What up, everybody? It's your boy Mike from the Mike to Mike podcast, coming to you with some Shedeur Sanders news that's not so good. But before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to the Mike to Mike podcast on YouTube, on Buzzsprout, and on Patreon to get bonus content that you can't get just on YouTube. So please subscribe to it if you could. Thank you very much. Now, get into the Shedeur news. I was listening on NFL radio yesterday. They had a guy on by the name of Tony Grossi on there. Tony Grossi is the beat writer for the Cleveland Browns. He's been one for years. And he was talking about the situation with Shedeur. For those that do not know, Shedeur is on the rookie contract. So is Dillon Gabriel, the two guys that they took in the 3rd and 5th round in this draft. They also have Joe Flacco, who they're not paying any money to as well. Joe Flacco's in his 40s. He's probably out the league after this year or two. But the thing that that made this very interesting when I was listening to Tony Grossi is Deshaun Watson is still on the books for $228 million guaranteed. All right, Deshaun Watson was supposed to be their franchise quarterback. That's not working out so well. He got hurt last year. So what was said was this: Cleveland has 2 first-round picks next year. They are looking to take a quarterback next year in a very, very strong 2026 draft that has a lot of good quarterbacks in it. A lot of good quarterbacks supposed to be coming out next year. And Cleveland looks to put their name in the hat to take one of those quarterbacks. So what does that mean for a guy like Shedeur, who is the 3rd string quarterback right now, and even Dillon Gabriel, if you would say as well? It's not looking good for Shedeur when it comes to being the franchise quarterback. Shedeur would basically have to play like Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and look like he's on that trajectory for them to actually say, we're not going to take a quarterback next year. We have our quarterback this year. I don't think that that's going to happen. This is why I've always said when it comes to the Browns, they're setting him up to fail. Shedeur needs to be traded to a team where he will be celebrated and not tolerated. And I keep saying that because they have never seen, I don't think it's in Cleveland's plans to even have Shedeur be their franchise quarterback. I think they look at Shedeur as a developmental quarterback that could be a backup quarterback that eventually, after a couple years, may turn into a starting quarterback. That's how the Cleveland Browns see him. And that's what I do not like. All right. I don't like it that they took him and gave him a chance, but they're not going to really give him a true chance to be a franchise quarterback, if you ask me, with the Browns. And Tony Grossi, he is the guy that kind of, he says a lot of negative things about Shedeur, but with this one, he's in those locker rooms. He's in those front offices talking to guys. And I just don't think they're going to give Shedeur a fair shake when it comes to Cleveland. And just him